Okay, so for my next webinar, I want to go over just a couple things about, excuse me, doing competitor research on both Lexus, Nexus, and Google. Again, I went through this stuff in class, but I'm not quite satisfied that I got to the level of detail that I wanted to. So, just a couple things here. I'm going to use the example of a project that I had in my small business management class last quarter. Had several students working on finding more customers for Coconut Joe's restaurant and bar in Bakersfield. So one of the things that we want to do when figuring out the competitor profile is find as much as we can on both the size and the contact information, who actually is involved in working for this competitor, and then secondly, just looking for all kinds of information on Google. So LexisNexis is actually a great resource for finding some baseline information about how big a competitor is, both in terms of employees and revenues. Finding some basic contact information, figuring out the names of some of the people that work there, and sometimes you can find some interesting information about their credit history as well. So first of all, we'll go to the library website for Cal State Bakersfield. Go to the library there, and then articles and databases. I'm going to sort these by title so that we can find the letter L easily. Go down here and click on LexisNexis. Now, the first thing you want to do is actually go to Advanced Options and go down to Content Type, deselect all of these, and then just select Company Profiles and click Apply. Then you're going to go in and type the name of whatever competitor. So, in the case of Coconut Joe's, one possible competitor for them is the Steak and Grape, another restaurant and bar in Bakersfield. So, we're going to type in Steak and Grape in quotes so that we don't get every company that has either the name steak or the name grape in their title. We're just going to type that in quotes and then click search. And you'll notice we got two results here, one from Zoom Company and one from Experian. If we click on the Zoom Company one, open that up. Working on a slow internet connection today, so it's taking a little while. You'll notice we've got the basic address information, we've got the phone number, we've got the website address. For larger competitors, this isn't all that useful information, but a lot of times when you're looking at a very small niche competitor, you can actually find their contact information here. You can also find how many employees they have. In this case, according to Zoom Company, it's 12. You can see their revenues, which is about $2.4 million. You can see a tiny bit of a description. Sometimes these descriptions are bigger, sometimes they're smaller. And that's about all we got from Zoom Company. But at least we got some basic information on revenue, employees, and then contact information. There's also a link here that can take you to company contacts. I'm actually going to show another place, though, where we can get company contacts. If we go back here to the search results and go to the Experian report, open that up, and wait for the internet again. You'll see here Contact information again. In this case, their website is not here, but a website, just more information about the company. There's the phone number of the company again. In this case, they say there's 26 to 50 employees, so a lot of times, depending on which database and which competitive research company you use, you're going to get slightly varying numbers for the numbers of employees and the revenues. However, you're not going to find 12 employees and then find 1,200, these will tell you whether we're talking about a company that has a couple dozen employees or has a couple hundred employees or has a couple thousand. That's the level of specificity that you can get from some of these resources, but at least gives you a ballpark of how big they are. Here you can see the name of the CEO or president, Steve McGowan. Again, description a little bit. You got revenues here. You've got a lot of information, interesting information about their credit history too on Experian. So you can see how many times they were late with various accounts. So looking good on all these. A couple accounts here for just their payments in general. So trade payments look good, but some of their other bill payments have been behind a couple times. You'll notice here, these are quarterly averages for their payment history. Looks like they've got some kind of a filing against them from 2013. Not quite sure what it is, but you could take this number and look it up. So doesn't give you a ton of information, but it tells you a lot more than you used to know about sometimes really, really small competitors that you otherwise don't even know where their office is or how big they are or anything. So some good basic information. The second thing I wanted to go over is just doing a search on Google for more competitive information. So we just go to Google and type in the same thing, steak and grape, in quotes. You'll usually not have too hard of a time finding the company's website address. Great place to find competitive information on your competitors by just browsing their websites. You'll see their Facebook page here. You'll see a lot of pages like Yelp and TripAdvisor, Groupon that give reviews, basically. This is going to be more common in your search results for consumer companies like restaurants or clothing stores or something than it is in other types of competitors. But you'll find all kinds of different results that give you more information about what people have said about the company in the past, what they like about them, what they don't like about them. Sometimes you'll actually see the names of people who have made these comments too. On the Facebook page in particular, you'll also be able to see who's liked the page. You can actually then go in through Facebook and go to the Facebook pages of those people who have liked the steak and grape, and you can look at their lists of friends and see if you have anybody in common. You may actually be able to steal customers for some of your competitors by finding out who their customers are on Facebook and then seeing if you have any common friends. So that's another interesting thing for competitive research. The last thing I wanted to say here is obviously, just like one of my other webinars, we've got 12,500 results on the steak and grape. So not all of these are what we want. You'll notice here, Texas Reds Steak and Grape Festival. This is actually a festival in Texas about wine. So if we want to put in the minus term again and take out Texas, that actually increased our results. That's not what we wanted. 12,500, and then why don't we try minus Texas Red. I don't know why this is not working, and I'm recording this webinar right now, so I can't take that back. But anyway, you should be able to put the minus sign in and have that. Oh, that's perhaps why. No, that's not why either. I'm not sure. Anyway, This is most of this webinar. I'm not pleased that the tail end didn't work well, but the stuff that I wanted everybody to learn is pretty well organized there. I got to go back in and find out why that minus Texas thing didn't work. But in any case, this is basic information that I wanted people to know on how to do searches on your competitors.